The story of video games begins not with a screen but in the bustling penny arcades of the early 20th century. These halls were filled with mechanical marvels, wood, glass, and metal contraptions that challenged your skill for a single coin. You'd test your strength, guide a ball through a maze, or try your luck, all for a moment's thrill. These amusements introduced the concept of pay-to-play and created the first public spaces dedicated to games. Arcades became social hubs, buzzing with the sounds of pinball, bells, and cheers. The love of challenge and competition, against both machine and each other, was born here. As technology advanced, so did the games. Pinball machines gained electric lights, and light gun games like Sega's Periscope brought new interactivity. The real breakthrough came with the cathode ray tube. In 1971, Computer Space debuted as the first mass-produced coin-operated video game, though it was too complex for most. Then came Pong, a simple game of two paddles and a bouncing dot. Created by Atari, Pong was instantly addictive and easy to grasp. It proved that electronic games could captivate the public and make serious money. Pong's success sparked a revolution, transforming the arcade from a mechanical playground into the birthplace of the video game industry. The arcade's energy and spirit of competition would echo through every era of gaming to come. The journey from gears and levers to pixels and screens had begun. The seed of interactive entertainment was planted, ready to grow into something much bigger. The arcade was no longer just a distraction. It was the start of a cultural phenomenon. The world was ready for the age of video games, and it all started with a single coin and a simple challenge. The rest, as they say, is history. Pong's success opened the floodgates, ushering in the golden age of arcade games. Arcades became neon-lit wonderlands, alive with color screens and catchy soundtracks. Developers raced to invent new worlds, space battles, dungeons, and more. Space Invaders turned shooting aliens into a national obsession and introduced the high score, sparking fierce competition. Players returned again and again, chasing leaderboard glory. Then came Pac-Man in 1980, a game for everyone, not just the usual crowd. Navigating mazes and dodging ghosts, Pac-Man became a pop culture icon, appearing on everything from lunchboxes to TV. The arcade's variety exploded. Fly starships in Galaga, rescue princesses in Donkey Kong, or guide frogs across highways in Frogger. Each cabinet had its own art, sounds, and loyal fans. The arcade was a social arena, where afternoons disappeared and legends were born, one quarter at a time. It was more than entertainment. It was a shared experience. The high score list was a badge of honor. The arcade's magic was in its diversity and its sense of community. Here, anyone could be a hero if only for a moment. The era's spirit of competition and creativity set the stage for everything that followed. The world was hooked on video games. As arcades evolved, a new genre took center stage, the beat-em-up. Double Dragon in 1987 let two friends team up, battling through city streets against waves of enemies. The formula was simple: punch, kick, grab a weapon. But the thrill was in the teamwork. Capcom's Final Fight refined the genre with bigger characters and more action. Then, Konami's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles arcade game arrived, letting 4 players join forces as their favorite heroes. These cabinets became magnets for groups, demanding cooperation and strategy to defeat bosses like Shredder. The chaos and camaraderie made beat-em-ups the main event at arcades and pizza parlors. Other franchises followed: The Simpsons, X-Men, and more, all offering the joy of teaming up with friends. These games were designed to eat quarters, but the experience was worth every coin. The beat-em-up was about more than action. It was about shared triumphs and memories. The genre captured the social heart of the arcade. 4 friends, 1 mission, endless fun. The beat-em-up era proved that games could bring people together like never before. It was a golden age of cooperative play, and its legacy lives on in every multiplayer game today. While arcades thrived, a revolution was brewing at home. Atari's 2600 console, released in 1977, changed everything with its interchangeable cartridges. Suddenly, you could play Space Invaders or Asteroids in your living room. No quarters needed. The graphics were simple, but the magic was real. Video games became a personal family experience. The 2600's success created a booming market, but also a flood of low-quality games. The infamous ET disaster and a glut of rushed titles led to the 1983 video game crash. For a moment it seemed like home consoles were a fad. But Atari's legacy was secure. It proved the home console model worked. The joystick and single red button became icons of a new era. ATARI pioneered the idea of selling hardware and software separately, shaping the industry's future. The living room became a new frontier for play. Despite the crash, the foundation was set for the next generation. The dream of bringing the arcade home was alive. The stage was set for a comeback, and the world was ready for something new. After the crash, Nintendo revived the industry with the NES in 1985. They rebuilt trust with strict quality control and the iconic Nintendo seal of quality. The NES brought revolutionary games like Super Mario Bros., a sprawling adventure, not just a single screen. The Legend of Zelda let players save progress and explore vast worlds. Parents felt safe buying NES games, and a new generation of gamers was born. The NES controller set the standard for future consoles. Mario and Link became household names as famous as any cartoon character. Nintendo didn't just save gaming, they redefined it. Home consoles now offer deeper, more engaging experiences than arcades. The living room became the heart of gaming. The NES era was a renaissance for video games, and the adventure was just beginning. The NES's dominance sparked fierce competition in the 1990s. Sega's Genesis, with its edgy Sonic mascot, challenged Nintendo's family-friendly image. The console wars fueled innovation. Better graphics, sound, and unforgettable games. Schoolyard debates raged: Mario or Sonic? Sega's bold marketing and Nintendo's legendary exclusives defined an era. Console loyalty became a badge of identity. Then Sony entered with the PlayStation, embracing CD-ROMs and 3D graphics. Games like Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid delivered cinematic experiences never seen before. The PlayStation's success ended the 16-bit era and ushered in 3D gaming. The industry was transformed. Bigger worlds, deeper stories, and new possibilities. The living room was now a battleground for innovation. The console landscape would never be the same, and the race for the future was on. While consoles battled for the living room, handhelds brought gaming on the go. Nintendo's Game Boy, launched in 1989, was simple but unstoppable, thanks to its price, battery life, and Tetris. Suddenly, everyone was playing. Kids, parents, even grandparents. Sega's Game Gear boasted color and power but drained batteries fast. The Game Boy's convenience made it king. Handhelds proved that great gameplay mattered more than flashy graphics. The Game Boy line evolved, adding color and power with each new model. Portable gaming became a vital part of the industry. It paved the way for mobile games on phones and tablets. The world discovered that a great game could fit in your pocket. Handhelds created private worlds of play, anywhere, anytime. The revolution was truly portable. The leap to 3D gaming, led by PlayStation and Nintendo 64, changed everything. Each new console generation brought sharper graphics and bigger worlds. Games evolved from blocky polygons to near photorealistic visuals. Development teams grew, and budgets rivaled Hollywood films. The rise of AAA games brought epic stories and vast open worlds. Think Grand Theft Auto, Assassin's Creed, and Call of Duty. Video games became mainstream entertainment for all ages. Stories grew deeper, exploring complex themes and emotions. Online play connected gamers worldwide, creating new communities and esports phenomena. The solitary living room experience became a global social adventure. Games like The Last of Us earned critical acclaim for storytelling. The industry matured, and so did its audience. The journey from arcades to online worlds was complete. Video games had come of age, and the possibilities kept expanding. Today's games are more advanced than ever, but the core thrill remains. The future promises even more virtual and augmented reality, cloud gaming, and new ways to play. VR aims to immerse us completely. AR blends digital and real worlds. Cloud gaming could make high-end experiences accessible to anyone, anywhere. The boundaries between game and reality are blurring. But technology is just a tool. The real magic comes from creative minds. Designers and storytellers will shape the next era, building worlds we can't yet imagine. From penny arcades to virtual reality, gaming's journey is just beginning. The adventure continues, and the best is yet to come. The game is far from over. Subscribe to Tommy James Most Random, and don't forget to like and comment.